he can clean up his act. Queen Toothayana sentenced to him to be mortal, and she has asked Mary Jane Snow and Tadashi Hamada to help Jack Frost clean up his act for his daughter's sake and to start his own future and journey. The next morning, Jack Frost woke up and saw the ceiling of the living room, then realized that he spent the night in Mary Jane's house and saw his clothes has changed. He panicked as he wasn't wearing his pants from his era and the hoodie he has frosted in his ice. Suddenly Mary Jane came into the living room wearing her blue silk sleeping robe barely touching the floor and her hair tied in a messy bun. She looked at Jack Frost and took a seat on the armchair next to Jack Frost as he looked at her with his bright blue eyes. For a moment everything felt like they were back in Arendelle, having a morning together in the Queen's bedroom. Mary Jane looked at Jack Frost and wanted to explain to him why he is still in her house. Mary Jane, good morning, Jack. I am making tea for Tadashi and myself. Would you like tea or coffee for breakfast? How are you feeling? Jack Frost, good morning Elsa. No thanks, I should be leaving since your fiancé doesn't want me here. I should leave and find a place to stay. Mary Jane, you don't need to leave. I made a promise to Tooth that Tadashi and I will help you. Besides, don't you want to see Lumi more often now that you can be home with her and bond with her? Jack Frost, I can't be in the same roof with Tadashi when I still want you as my wife. Tadashi doesn't even like me knowing I am Lumi's father, so I'm better off on my own. Tadashi Hamada, good morning Jack Frost. Kisses Mary's cheeks, good morning, my love. So Jack, you think I like you as a person because you're Lumi's father and Mary's first love? How about we all settle things before Lumi wakes up and has to get ready for her dance class? Tadashi Hamada, look Jack, I can't dislike you or even like you when I don't know anything about you. The only thing I know about you is how you are Mary Jane's first love and how she made so many sacrifices for the love you once shared. From Lumi, I know you make her a priority and you will give the entire world to her. I rather get to know you as a person before I can judge you. Mary Jane, I agree, especially with Lumi, we all have to get along around her and while we are under the same roof. Do you have a problem with that, Jack? Good, we are all in agreement. Now I will make breakfast for all of us, and Jack, will you please wake up Lumi so she won't be late to her dance class? Tadashi, can you give me a hand with breakfast? I'm making waffles for all of us. Jack Frost, since when has Lumi been enrolled in a dance class? She never told me about being a dance class. Mary Jane, she is taking her first beginner's class of ballet at the San Francisco Ballet Academy today at 10 o'clock in the morning. She didn't tell cause she wanted to surprise you in her tutu, so pretend I didn't tell you. Please go and wake her up so she can have breakfast. Jack Frost went to Lumi's bedroom, where he walked into her bedroom and saw her room was decorated with a fairy tale setting, with the walls painted to look like an enchanted forest, star painted on the ceiling as glow in the dark, furniture made to look like whimsical and fairy-like. Her bed was a canopy with veil curtains, bedposts covered with vines, and fairy lights covered the bedposts which ran across the ceiling of the canopy. In her bedroom, she had one great bedroom window which had a window seat covered with pillows and plush toys, and under the seat she had boxes and books sitting underneath. The room was surrounded by regular windows which were evenly spaced throughout the room. Jack was amazed by how much grand her bedroom is and wondered how Mary Jane is able to afford this much decoration in her daughter's bedroom. Behind the curtains, Jack saw his little girl sleeping soundly and immediately went to her bed to tie the curtains to the bedposts and turned off the fairy lights. Finally he opened the window curtains and started to wake up his little girl. Jack Frost, Lumi. Lumi, it's time to wake up. Mama is making waffles with Tadashi. Today is the first day of your ballet class, my sweet princess. Lumi, Papa, another 5 minutes. I am tired from all the fun yesterday. Let me sleep, Papa. Jack Frost, you don't want to go to ballet class. Go to the class where you will dance like the Sugar Plum Fairies, the Swan Queen and the Princess of the Nutcracker. Come on, let's get up and go to ballet class together. Lumi, no, let me sleep, Papa. Jack Frost, Lumi, you don't want to have breakfast with me, Mama and Tadashi. We are having waffles and after we are all going together to watch you dance in your first class. Lumi, okay Papa. But carry me like you always do when we fly in the sky together, Papa. The father and daughter spent their first morning together to play together before they had breakfast with Mary Jane and Tadashi. Soon Tadashi and Mary Jane had made enough waffles for everyone and asked Tadashi to get Lumi to come to the kitchen for breakfast. Tadashi went to Lumi's bedroom and saw the father and daughter reading a book together by her window seat. It warmed his heart to see Lumi happy with her father but also made him jealous since Jack will always be around more frequently. He came into the room and Lumi's eyes lit up as she saw Tadashi where she ran into his arms and begged to be spinned around. Jack Frost got jealous when Lumi acted more lovingly towards Tadashi than himself when he woke her up. Soon they all went into the kitchen for breakfast where Mary Jane finished setting the table with milk and tea sitting on the table. The entire family had their first breakfast together as a family and it was awkward which Lumi didn't notice. Tadashi and Jack are jealous of each other while Mary Jane is trying to get used to having Jack Frost around her. Soon they had finished their breakfast together and Mary Jane cleaned the table and Tadashi had Lumi take a bath. Jack was sitting on the couch and didn't know what to do other than make his bed. Soon the breakfast plates were washed and the living room was cleaned up. Mary Jane gave Jack a set of Tadashi's clothes she had in her home and she got herself dressed. Mary Jane dressed herself in her favorite blue dress and had her hair in a bun like she used to do in her era. She put on her makeup and put on her jewelry then went to her closet to choose a matching pair of shoes and purse. As soon as she was finished getting dressed, she went to Lumi's room where she saw Tadashi trying to do a ballerina move. Mary Jane entered the room and asked Tadashi to check on Jack while she gets everything dressed. Soon the mother and daughter were walking together to the side of the piano while they tried to get a warm picture. Mary Jane told Lumi to hug the robot like the robot film was being watched. Yes, Mama. Wait Mama, I have been thinking if I can call Tadashi Senpai Daddy. You know since you are going to marry him in a couple days. Mary Jane, Snowball, you have my approval but ask Papa if it's okay with him. Now we have to go or else we will be late to class. Mary Jane and Lumi went into the living room and saw Jack Frost couldn't fit into the clothes Mary Jane left for Jack. The pants were too long and the shirt was too baggy. Tadashi gave him other clothing but they all fit too big on him including sweatpants so Tadashi said he would take Jack to the stores to buy him some clothes while Mary Jane takes Lumi to ballet. So they both left the house and went to trolley stop to get to downtown San Francisco where the ballet academy was outside the shopping center. The girls went to the academy lunch together as a family. They all ate an outdoor restaurant eating an Italian lunch while people were staring at Jack Frost. Strangers were staring at Jack and at Mary Jane since they were the most attractive people in the restaurant. Tadashi began to feel uncomfortable as men were staring at his fiancée and talking about her. He paid for the bill and they all walked home to Mary's house. Tadashi, Mary Jane, Lumi and Jack Frost walked home together with Tadashi holding the love of his life, and Jack Frost carrying his little on his shoulders with her dance bag hanging on his shoulder. When they made it home, Mary Jane and Tadashi began to clean the extra room she had in her house which she used to store old boxes of things she saved. She cleaned the room as Tadashi began to assemble the old bed frame she first owned when she bought her house with her first paycheck. She had the matching bed frame set with a dresser, closer, nightstands and matching decoration for the room. Jack played with Lumi in her room and didn't know Mary Jane and Tadashi were preparing a room for him to stay in. The father and daughter played together in her bedroom, then they both began to read the books she had in her many bookcases. Lumi showed Jack Frost her favorite book, which was an almost exact story of Jack Frost and the Snow Queen. Lumi explained the story of a queen cursed with the power of winter which made her isolated from the world. The queen and Jack Frost fell in love, but she was destined to be with another man to rule the world in cold and darkness. The other man killed Jack Frost and took the queen for himself, which made the queen die of a broken heart and created the world to be covered in ice and snow. Jack Frost, Lumi, where did you get this book from? Did Mama buy you or give you this book? Lumi, no, Mama didn't give it me. I found this book in my desk at school during recess on a rainy day, months before I met you. I thought my teacher left me this book, but she didn't it. I read it and I liked the story so much since it's like an impossible love story. Jack Frost, wow, Snowball. You do understand a lot of things and know so many big words. When did you become this intelligent, Snowball? Lumi, I had always been different, Papa. I had always been able to understand more things than an average kid at my age. Mama knew I was different, so she had me go to a private school where they had a program for genius children. Papa, when I can use my powers again? Jack Frost, Snowball, your powers are exactly like Mama's. Your power is controlled by your emotions. When you felt scared, your power was awakened and is starting to wake up. Soon you might feel scared, but know that I am here for you and Mama is here with you. Mama and I will be able to help you, and Tadashi will be here to help you feel safe. Tadashi, Jack, please come into the living room. Mary Jane and I have something important to tell you. Lumi, please clean up your toys and come to the kitchen for dinner. Jack Frost, what is going in here? What's going on? Mary Jane, Jack, since you will be staying with us for some time, I made a bedroom for you so you can sleep better and have your own privacy. Also, Tadashi has enrolled you at a program for helping addicts overcome addiction. It's during the weekdays at 8 a.m. to noon, so I think you should get a part-time job. Tadashi, I arranged a job interview for you at my aunt's cafe where you will be paid minimum wage and work part-time if you're hired. Your interview is tomorrow during her business hours at 12 o'clock noon. Don't be late. Jack Frost, why are you doing this for me? Especially you, Tadashi. Why are you helping me when I am a threat to you and what you getting me married? You're doing this again. Besides, I still don't know enough about you to judge you. Jack Frost, I know you know some history because you ever showed the lady file a book. I saw that you have a stand in her. It doesn't bother me if the bride to be is staring at her, but it makes me mad, especially if you have the water files. I'll make you your favorite dish, smashed potatoes with minced vegetables, rice, and diced steak. How about that, Snowball? Yes, Mama. She runs back to the living room crying. Mary Jane, see Jack. This is why we all have to get along for Lumi. This is why you need to clean up your act about your drinking problem, Jack. Both of you need to get along for Lumi, else I will be forced to make a difficult choice. Tadashi, I'm sorry, Mary Jane. I'll make dinner for Lumi and the rest of us. Please go cool off, you really need to. Mary Jane freezes the lamp. How did you do that? Mary Jane, I don't know. I think my powers are starting to wake up. Please don't touch me. Oh, and don't forget the expo is next week and so is our wedding. I need to control it so I don't hurt anyone. Mary Jane left the living room and went into her bedroom and locked the door behind her. She held a flower from her vase and saw it froze immediately when it touched a fingertip. She immediately began to panic and tried hard to remember how she was able to control her powers before. She remembered love was the key to controlling her power, and now she didn't have Anna anymore to help her control herself. She took off her high heels and put her shoes and purse in the closet and wore her house slippers. She went to her window seat and looked out the window to see the trees, and in the distance she saw the university campus. Mary Jane began to think about if she can learn to control her power before the expo and her own wedding. The more she thought about the fear to control it, the more ice began to spread around the room. In a couple hours, Tadashi finished making dinner and went to Lumi's bedroom to leave her plate of dinner. He went inside her bedroom and saw Lumi sitting in her window seat hugging her favorite book she showed to Jack. Tadashi set her tray of dinner on her toy kitchen table and went to join Lumi at her window seat. He saw her staring at the pictures of the book, which showed women who looked exactly like Elsa and a man looked exactly like Jack but dressed in medievalra. Tadashi felt how sad and disappointed Lumi is feeling for witnessing that argument. He grabbed one of her favorite toys and tried to cheer her up with the cute voice he makes as he played with her favorite stuffed bear. Tadashi, Mr. Bear, Lumi, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. We never play anymore. Will you tell me why? Lumi, Tadashi senpai, stop playing with Mr. Bear. He's disappointed at Papa just like I am. Tadashi, why are you disappointed at your Papa? Tell me what is bothering you so I can help you to stop feeling disappointed. Tell me what's bugging you, Lumi. Lumi, Tadashi senpai, earlier today I told Mama that I've been wanting to call you Daddy since you're marrying my Mama and you did raise me when I was a baby. I wanted to start calling you Daddy and my dad Papa, but I wanted Papa's permission to call you Daddy. Then I saw you both arguing, so I know Papa wouldn't like it. Tadashi, boss Snowball, you want to call me Daddy? I'm touched, Snowball. How about I talk to your Mama and Papa so Papa can know what you want? Have your dinner here or you can join Mama, Papa, and I at the kitchen table. Tadashi left Lumi alone so she can decide if she wants to have dinner alone or join the rest of her family at the kitchen table. Tadashi went to the master bedroom and knocked on the door to get Mary Jane to come down for dinner. Tadashi went back to the living room and saw Jack Frost has started having dinner by himself. Tadashi started to serve himself his own plate and soon Mary Jane came to the kitchen table, then they all ate silently. In the awkward silence, Tadashi poured more water for himself and Mary Jane. They all ate in silence and soon they finished their dinner with Jack washing the dishes. Tadashi and Mary Jane were putting leftovers in the refrigerator. Soon Tadashi broke the tension in the room by forcing Jack to sit across from him in the kitchen as Mary Jane sat in between the two men. Jack Frost, what's going on? Are you still bothered by the truth of Queen Elsa smitten off me? Tadashi, Jack, this isn't about your petty argument. This is about Lumi because she is disappointed in you, Jack. Jack Frost, what are you talking about? Mary Jane, Jack, Lumaha's been wanting your permission to ask you if she can Tadashi, Daddy, since she always saw Tadashi as a father figure. When you weren't around, Tadashi helped her when I was stuck working 3 jobs before I became a model and a medical student. Lumi always saw Tadashi as a father before I remembered him and before she met her biological father. Tadashi, Lumaha's been wanting to call me dad, but she hasn't because she thinks you wouldn't approve of her to do that. That's why it was important to Lumi to ask you for your blessing, but she heard what you said and she's disappointed in you. Jack Frost, Lumi is right. I won't approve of her call you daddy. The only one who should be called daddy is me. I'm her only father. She doesn't need you anymore. Mary Jane, stop it, Jack. You can't be this selfish about this situation. Tadashi has earned every right to be a stepfather to Lumi. He was there for her and for me when I was lost for 5 years. This isn't about you, it's about her. Lumi loves Tadashi the same way as she loves you. Make it right for your daughter. Tadashi, she's right. This isn't about us, it's about Lumi and what's best for her, so either you accept that I'm a figure for her or live knowing Lumi is disappointed in you. Mary Jane, excuse me now, I have a meeting to go and I need to get going right now. Tadashi, are you going to help Hiro with his invention? Tadashi, yeah, I will, but maybe I should stay home and take care of Lumi. Jack Frost, you both should go and do what you need to do. I can take this chance to make things right with Lumi. Go and do what you need to do, I'll look after her like I always do. Mary Jane, okay, Jack. I will trust you to be alone with our daughter. Please don't burn the house down. If you need help using electronics, ask Lumi to help you learn how to use them. Tadashi, wait, what? Who's older, you or Mary Jane? Mary Jane, when I met Jack I was around 15 years old and I didn't become immortal till maybe about 16 or 17 years old. Time has passed by so fast and so many things happened that I don't remember how things passed by so fast. By the time I met him he was already around 300 years old, so he's the old grandpa here. Tadashi, wow, so he's 900 years old and you're around 600 years old. Mary Jane and Tadashi left the house to go their meeting and going home to help Hiro with his chance of going to the tech university. Jack Frost had a special moment with his daughter and they both had their moment where Jack gave his blessing to his daughter to call Tadashi daddy. Later that evening, Jack Frost learned how to cook again with Lumi being the sous chef. Mary Jane finished making the contract to model more wedding dresses within a few months and Tadashi helped Hiro complete his project. However, the family were making their accomplishments, but in the darkness, a monster was awaiting. black, my little nightmares, you two are my only sign of power. Go and find Hans, tell him it is time to break me out, but first I need Elsa's fear. My pet, go and give the message to Han, then be ready to collect her fear. Go my pet. I remembered the man who lost his daughter because of technology. He sent his last nightmare to San Francisco to Robert Callahan, where Pitch is able to see the man looking for ways to make a project work again. The horse went into his office at the university and made Pitch Black's shadow emerge. Pitch Black talked at the man as he was trying to figure out how his office became dark and things falling to the ground. Soon Pitch Black revealed his voice and Robert Callahan, a man of science and a believer in the future development of science. You should know the technology you are trying to work on will only bring your daughter back because she is trapped in. The technology that will save your daughter will be yours, but it's not invented yet. I can give you the information you need to get your daughter back. Callahan, how do you know these things? How do I know that you're real and not a hallucination? What are you? Pitch Black, I am Pitch Black, the Nightmare King. I am a man of supernatural power and I can help you get what your heart desires the most in exchange for a favor. Tell me, do you want your daughter back in your arms and get back at the man responsible for her demise? Callahan, you have a deal, Pitch Black. Tell me, what do I need to get my daughter back? Pitch Black, before I give you details, you must swear your loyalty to me with this contract. Your contract will be signed with a drop of your blood. Sign it and I promise you that your daughter will come home to you. The man of science signed a contract which he sold his loyalty and soul to the Nightmare King, where Pitch Black said a prophecy to the man of science which he states a boy will create an invention that can do anything and it's the key to getting his daughter back. All Callahan has to do is take the machine for himself and to kill the man who will stop you from taking the machine for himself. Pitch told him who will be the boy to create the invention and who will be the man stopping him for taking it for himself. The prophecy gave Callahan the motivation to get everything he wants for himself, and he will make sure no one will stop him. Callahan lost himself when he agreed to kill the man who will stop him from getting the invention to save his daughter. He agreed to have Tadashi killed in exchange for saving his daughter. He knows Tadashi has the heart of gold and promised himself that he will make sure Tadashi won't die in vain. The exposition. One day before the Mary Jane and Tadashi wedding. The next day, it was the expo, and one day away from Mary Jane's and Tadashi's wedding day. Soon they are going to be married and have a new journey together. Mary Jane, Jack, and Lumi went to the university to meet with Tadashi and Hiro before the expo presentation started. The snow magical trio were waiting for Tadashi and Hiro to arrive at the expo outside the university's convention center. They spotted the Hamada brothers approaching the center with Coco, Honey Lemon, Wasabi and Fred pushing recycle bins to the center with someone who is from a different world. Tadashi, my love, I love you no matter what. My feelings hasn't changed since I learned about your past. You're all I want and I know what I'm getting myself into. Don't worry, we will both have our perfect wedding day and we will happy together. Mary Jane, Tadashi, it's Hiro's turn. Let's go before we miss it. He ran back inside to join his aunt and friends as Hiro was walking on the stage with his microphone ready to present. He saw how nervous his brother is to speak with the judges, critically looking at him, but he knew he will impress the judges. He looked at his brother and mouthed to him to breathe in and breathe out. He mouthed to him and told him to remember what he told him about his inventions. Soon Hiro got the confidence to start his presentation of his invention, which he called microbots, and it was the most impressive robotic machinery ever created. Hiro explained to the judges of his microbots, which is small robots that can be used to create anything with a headhand that connects his imagination to the microbots. Soon he began to demonstrate of what exactly his invention can do. With his imagination, he commanded all the microbots to come to him and to surround himself to create a tower, and from the tower he walked on stilts around the judges and returned to the stage, where he returned in an escalator. Soon he summoned all the microbots, created a life-size model of his microbots where he said the limit is your own imagination. Everyone in the expo loved his invention and businessmen loved his invention. Mary Jane, Jack Frost, and Lumi saw his entire presentation at the back of the crowd. They were all surprised that he created such a game-changing invention. They made it to the stage and saw Hiro celebrating his success with family and friends. Soon they joined the party and began to congratulate Hiro for his success. It was a big night for Hiro, and what made things better for Hiro is Callahan told him that he earned full enrollment to university and has a business interested in his microbots. It was a big night for the Hamada, and soon it was time to go home, but first Tadashi and Hiro had their special moment as brothers. Tadashi, oh, and I forgot to tell you something. Your fly was down during the entire show. Hiro, Tadashi. Deep sigh, I guess this is a good week for us. I got into the university and tomorrow you're getting married. Tadashi, yup, my wedding day is tomorrow. Are you going to miss me when I move out of the house? Hiro, no, cause I'll finally have an entire room to myself. You know, I'm actually surprised Jack Frost came. I thought he hated you, or am I wrong? Tadashi, yeah, he hates me and he's living in Mary Jane's house for a while. He is suspended from the Guardians and won't be able to use his magic, so he's with us. Hiro, isn't that weird, especially since you will be newlyweds and there's an ex living with a married ex? Tadashi, it's weird, but it makes it easier for her since he can be around Lumi more often now, and now we can go to our honeymoon in peace. Hiro, I'm very proud of you and I know Mom and Dad will be proud of you too. Hiro, thanks big bro. You know Mom and Dad will be happy for you too. Especially with everything you have done in life, they will be happy and proud of you too. Tadashi, how sweet of you, Hiro. Are you crying? Are you going to miss me? Hiro, shut up. Together, and Mary Jane was waiting with Jack, and Cass, and Lumi in the center so they can go home together. While they were waiting, a fire started in the campus convention center where Jack Frost immediately protected Lumi from the flames and Mary Jane protected Cass from the fire. Mary Jane urged Jack to get Lumi and Cass out of the building while she will try to contain the fire until everyone can get out. Jack refused, but Cass pulled his arm and Lumito get to the exits, and Mary Jane used her power to create ice around the exits for everyone to escape. She helped people escape, and when she saw everyone leave she headed to the exits in time. Tadashi and Hiro ran back to the center and saw the building in flames. They saw everyone leaving the building, including their friends and family. Tadashi was looking for Mary Jane and saw her running out of the building last with one of the judges with her. The judge told them Professor Callahan was still inside. Tadashi, Mary Jane. Are you alright? Where's Lumi? Mary Jane, she's safe, I got her out with Jack and Aunt Cass. Come on, let me go back inside, I can control the fire long enough to get Callahan out. Please let me go. Tadashi, no, I can't risk you getting hurt. I'm going inside. Hiro and Mary Jane, no. Hiro, no, Tadashi. You can't go inside. Tadashi, someone has to help. Mary Jane, Tadashi. Tadashi. No. Tadashi. Hiro, Tadashi. Tadashi ran into the building to try and save Professor Callahan while Hiro was in shock and tried to run after him with Mary Jane following behind him. Mary Jane refused to allow Tadashi to risk his life, and she rather risk herself and put Tadashi in danger. Hiro and Mary Jane tried to go after him, but it was too late. The fire created an explosion and pushed Hiro and Mary Jane to the ground. It was too late to save Tadashi and Callahan. Mary Jane was unconscious on the ground and Hiro saw everything. His heart broke as he lost his